Hi, in this video I'm going to be explaining a little bit more complicated limiting a reagents question. This is a simple combustion reaction where we have the hydrocarbon ethane being burnt in air to produce carbon dioxide and water. Well, it's not going to be burnt in air. I'm only going to limit it to 10 grams of air, so it's in a sealed container. And I'm going to burn 10 grams of the ethane. Now, I can only produce as much as my least ingredient. So the real question here is how much carbon dioxide am I going to produce? Right. The first step with any chemical reaction is to make sure the equation is balanced. So 2, 7, 4 and 6. Okay. Now next we're going to be working out the number of moles that we have. So the relative molecular mass of ethane is going to be 2 lots of 12 plus the 6 lots of 1 there, and more specifically it works out to be 30.068. Oxygen is 16, so therefore 2 lots of 16. Relative molecular mass here is going to be 32. And just while we're at it, carbon dioxide is going to be 12 plus the 32, and it works out to be 44.01. Okay, so again we can't do the weights, everything has to be expressed as moles. So the number of moles is going to be 10 divided by 30.068, and the moles here will be 10 divided by 32, and we need the moles, we'll work that out later. And the moles will be equal to 0.3326, and that works out to be 0.3125. Now you might think, well, they're very similar. However, that can be further from the truth, because we do have this 2 to 7 ratio. So I'm going to pick on oxygen, and this is what I have. So I have 0.3125 moles of oxygen. So now I want to work out what I need. Okay, now this goes from a 7 to a 2, so therefore my multiplying ratio is 2 over 7. It gets smaller, and that works out. So when I do 2 over 7 times by 0.3125, it equals 0.0893. That's how much I need. That is a lot more. Okay, so this one here is definitely going to be in excess, which is the ethane. So when I do this reaction, I'm going to use up all my oxygen, and there's going to be ethane left over. So now all my calculations will be from this value. Now it goes from a 7 to a 4. It gets smaller, so I'll choose the smaller ratio. So 4 over 7 times by 0.3125 gives me the number of moles equal to 0.1785 times that's, so mass is equal to moles times relative molecular mass, which equals 0.1785 times by the 44.01, so that will give me 7.86 grams. Now you might be asking, right, what happens if I worked from ethane as opposed to oxygen? It would make no difference. So I have this much ethane, so 0.3326. I'm now going to calculate how much oxygen I need. It goes from a 2 to a 7, so I'm going to times it by the bigger ratio, and that gives me moles equal to 1.164. Now I obviously have a lot more, or I need more than what I have, so therefore this one is limiting. So again, just highlighting, it does not matter whether you start from ethane or oxygen, you're always going to get the correct answer to work out the limiting, to work out the amount of products produced. And that's it.